Welcome back to the world of short stories to tell. There was once a boy who had a lucky sweater. It was an old, big, fluffy thing with a missing button and a hole near the collar. The sweater had been his grandfather's, a man who had gone missing when the boy was still just a baby. All the boy knew about his grandfather was that he smelled like cigars and pipe tobacco, and that he had a lucky sweater. The sweater was all that remained of his grandfather's that smelled like him, so the boy wore it all the time. One day, the boy went up into his attic to get the sweater because he was going to a very important match for his school football team. As he rummaged through the dusty boxes, he came across an old briefcase. The briefcase was covered in cobwebs and the leather was soft and rotting away. The boy carefully opened it up and found stacks of old yellowed papers inside. He pulled them out and found that they were his grandfather's school reports. There were notes written on the margins in his grandfather's familiar handwriting. The boy spent hours reading the reports through the day and saw that his grandfather had been very smart, probably smarter than anyone else in their family. As he was putting the reports back into the briefcase, the boy felt something. He reached in and pulled out a small wooden box. Inside the box was a silver locket. The boy opened it up and found a faded photograph of a young man in uniform. On the back of the photograph, the boy saw his grandfather's name and the date that he had gone missing. Right below it, the boy saw the words, "My hero." It seemed like his grandfather had been a soldier, a brave soldier who had gone off to war and never come back. The boy put the locket around his neck and ran downstairs to put on his lucky sweater. He was very proud to own such a lucky sweater, a sweater that had belonged to a hero. The boy put on his football helmet and ran out the door to go to his match. He played so well that day that the opposing team called him Super Sub. They had never seen anyone play like him before. After the match, the coach put his arm around the boy's shoulder and said, "You're the best new player I've ever seen. You're a natural." The boy blushed, feeling very proud of himself. He had his lucky sweater to thank for his good fortune. And as long as he wore it, he knew he would always be lucky. The end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like. And if you love stories like this, subscribe for more.